welcome to the first zoo and rescue center for exotic animals in Denmark and also my home.
While a lot of millennials live with loud flatmates, 24-year-old Nikolai shares his home with over 600 noisy animals. No wonder he's constantly getting interrupted.
20 years ago, my parents bought a zoo in Denmark and started the first zoo and rescue center for exotic animals. Hey buddy. 2 years ago, my dad unfortunately died of cancer, and I was out on my own as a game developer, but I quickly moved home again to my mother to help out the zoo and the 600 animals.
Owning a zoo is busy work, with Nikolai taking on many jobs, feeding, cleaning and playing with the animals. "600 animals may sound like plenty, but Nikolai actually wants the zoo to grow. He hopes to fulfill his parents' dream and make it the biggest rescue centre for exotic animals in all of Europe.
Because as we are a rescue zoo, everything works a little bit different than it in the traditional zoos. Because in traditional zoos, you usually have perfect specimen of animals. We feel a need and we feel a responsibility to help where we can. So we converted the zoo into a rescue zoo instead. And that means taking animals in that's come from abusive situations or has been in laboratory animals. And that also means that some of our animals may have some scars and some problems that we have to take care of.
This is Alex. We're also talking to her today.
Having to support his mother and the zoo, Nikolai has come up with a creative way to raise extra money. A mobile app game about the zoo. The game's profits will go to various charities, and Nikolai hopes the money raised will also help realise his family's dream of making their rescue centre the biggest in Europe.
Alright, who is excited to talk to Niko and Alex? Me smile. Me too. Alright. Let's call him.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Did you
Let's see if
watch
we can get
that
this
nightmare
working.
of an intro?
Hi guys. 1 second. We need to see. We don't have a headset, so we're just gonna turn you all the way up on the headset.
Do you want me to turn on the... Oh, cool.
Maybe it's gonna work.
Alright, we are good to go. Hang on one
Hi.
second. Oh. Okay.
Is it working?
Well, that's...
Hi.
Wait.
Maya, can you hear us?
Yes, can you hear me?
Cool. Sorry, we can't hear anything for Io here. Io. She's so noisy.
Oh my gosh. Did you watch that intro? I'm still struggling. Just leave it. Just act like it's fine. It's fine. Okay. It's a little scuffed, but it's fine. You're fine. You guys look great.
Can we hear anything?
Wait, you can't hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay.
It sounded like you couldn't hear us.
Hi. No, sorry, I can hear you.
Cool.
I was trying to figure out my
Hi.
camera. How are you guys?
We were cheering for every time the intro was played.
Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
4 times the charm!
I'm so embarrassed. It was so unprofessional. I'm so sorry. I like, it's not usually that bad, I promise. I promise.
You do better than me.
I'm terrible with the technical stuff. But, oh, hello. Who is this?
You go.
I go.
You go.
Well, this is Io. Io is what we would call one of the rescue citizens here. I don't know if many of you have seen these parrots before, but normally, they bite. Normally they do have a longer beak, but Io here was in an accident with her beak when she came here. So it's been a long road towards getting a normal functional beak again. And yeah, happy and healthy today.
And what kind of bird is Aya? Can you hear me?
I think we need to do it on
You can just ask me the questions and
Yeah,
anything
I can
for
do
me.
that
There we
instead.
go.
Can you hear me? Oh no!
Can't hear anything.
Oh no!
Sorry? What's going on?
Can you hear me? I mean, it's.
I can't hear anything.
Oh no!
It's delayed?
Podcast ruined. Oh.
Let me try. You know what? So I can't hear you again, Maya. I don't know what's going on. If I call you up on the phone instead, and we go that way instead, it will work much easier for us. Both of us can hear you.
Sure.
So sorry. This is a great start for everybody today. Ayo.
She just laughed. The bird laughed at us. Okay, well, that was weird because it was working fine. It was working fine on there and for a second there. I don't hear an echo. I don't know if you do.
Everything just says live, live, live.
Okay.
Okay. Pause.
Let me try to call here.
Oh, he's gonna call me on his phone. Can you hear me?
Maya.
Hi.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
What happened?
I don't know. I didn't touch anything. It just went out, I guess.
Ayo. I was thinking if we went over to the VLC feed because I know for sure that's working.
Okay. For sure. Just yep. Okay, let's do that. Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
Okay. I will switch to that right now then.
Cool. Then we can figure out how much the delay is.
Sounds good. Alright guys. Ooh.
I think we're doing pretty
Sounds good. Alright guys. Ooh.
good.
I think we're doing
No,
pretty
you're
good.
Okay. So guys, nothing leaked.
Leaked?
Relax.
What?
No, you're good. So there is a delay here, you guys. There's
nothing leaked. Relax.
Supposedly, what we think is going to be a 7-second delay, but
So there is
you will see
a
echo.
delay here, you guys. There's
so-
supposedly what we think is going to be a 7-second delay, but we will see echo.
Oh yeah, so...
We need to use our big
Oh
brains here and
god,
figure
how are we
out
gonna
which
fix
one
this?
of the
Let me deafen you on Discord.
One of
now.
the... Now we need to use our big brains here and figure out which one of the ways we need to...
Let me deafen you on Discord here.
Yeah.
So I can
Yeah, because...
hear myself. And I think
Yeah.
that's because I'm on your phone still.
If you move...
headphones with phone.
Yeah, I need to find them then.
So I can hear myself. And I think that's because I'm on your phone still.
Yeah. Alex, maybe what we'll do is if we go outside, I'm gonna give you the backpack on or something then.
Mute the stream. Oh.
We just need to mute one of the ways and then
Wait, me?
I'm sure it's gonna work. The reason why we didn't want to do the headphones was so we could actually hear you, both me and Alex.
Wait, me?
All right. It looks like we're good now.
Alright, it looks like we're good now.
We're starting to get an idea of how much the delay is.
Yeah. So I think it's about what we expected, but it's okay. The quality looks really, really good. Except I can hear myself still.
I think it's about what we expected, but it's okay. The quality looks really, really good.
Oh, that's nice. So Alex gonna be the star. You can still hear yourself,
Yeah.
and they can hear you. Okay. Right.
Do you want me to put the backpack on?
Yeah, if we do that, then I'll go.
Yeah.
Then I'll go grab a headset and we'll do it that way. Alex, you just need to be careful here because we do have some HDMI issues. So
Okay.
this no, turn around.
Okay.
this arm first and don't break your arm. Right, Alex, if you just go look at some animals, I'll go find that.
Maybe if you mute on your end. What do you guys mean? Oh, we're getting a tour from Ajo. Except now we can't hear them. So we'll only hear his stream. Rip audio. You could mute yourself on stream? What does that even mean? Hey Alex, if you can hear me, we can't hear you right now, by the way. Like mute from our end so we only hear you from them? Oh. Okay, we'll do that once the audio comes back. That's a good idea though. Well done. Maybe. We're going to the zoo. True. Yeah, Alex, we still can't hear you if you can hear me. But I guess Niko is getting something, so we'll maybe figure it out. But this is what I was talking to you guys about this podcast being a little bit different. Clearly, it's a little bit different. We're going on a tour of the zoo today. How cool is that? Here, enjoy this while we watch. Sorry. Nice enclosures. Nice, huh, Connor? That's cool. Yeah, Tara, if you could help me with alerts, that would be wonderful. Just the donation goal and the alert box on to here, because it'll be this for, I think, the rest of the podcast. Just the donation goal and the Alright, we have audio. Giraffes. No. They're llamas, boys. How much does a llama weigh? I could not tell you. I don't know much about llamas. 6.5 pounds, right, well done. Ooh, what's in there? It looks like a tortoise enclosure, but I don't see anything. The quality's pretty nice.
Alex?
Huh? It looks like a tortoise enclosure, but I don't see
Alex, are you trying to speak with people?
No.
Okay.
The quality's pretty nice, huh?
I just wanted to know if you were trying to speak with people because I had the microphone. Hi.
I was just standing up at places and stuff then.
Oh, okay. So I couldn't, for the love of God, find a headset, of course. But I was thinking if we maybe...
That's why.
So I was thinking maybe if you give us like maybe a question that we can go on of, and then we be quiet and you come with a new question and we be quiet, at least for the first part here. You know, because obviously we can't really have the normal dialogue, but we can tell stories until we get inside again.
Sure. So tell us a little bit about...
No. Alex, you're the head keeper. I'm gonna hold this. Okay. Alex,
Tell us a little bit about the organization and the zoo.
Well, for me.
Yeah, let's start off. Let's go out to answer.
Okay. Well, basically, we did start off as like what you would call a normal zoo. And then our director, who was away on travels, discovered some monkeys being kept in a way she didn't like. So luckily enough, she had a zoo in her back garden. So about 10 years ago, she brought the first set of rescue animals home, and that became the start of our rescue life. So now, we basically take in animals of exotic description from testing facilities, abuse, private owners, police, smuggling, all sorts of various circumstances where they deserve to have, a better place to be, a better start. Plus we give the extra attention that's needed sometimes. We always look at the life quality of the animal, and if it's worth building on, then we never shut our doors on it.
Yeah, I think we need to have Alex. I wanted to tilt the camera a little bit. But yeah, exactly as Alex is saying, we changed though our focus from the normal zoo animals onto rescue animals. And what you're looking at in here is actually the first group of rescue animals that came to the rescue zoo. It is a group of capuchins that came from a French university where they've been used for testing. Again, we don't necessarily know always what the animals has been through, and we have also, to some extent, promised not to disclosure because that's not our job. That's not what we are here for. We are just here to make sure that the animals have sort of a good retirement, and then other organizations sort of is working against what needs to become illegal and all that sort of thing. So we're working with what is known as transit places, and we are known as a staying home, you could say. What's just want to see if
That went through.
yeah. You never know.
And how many animals do you have at the zoo?
So in total we have 600 animals, over 120 different species. Yeah, maybe we should go for snacks and stuff.
Really quick, do you guys prefer if I
Maybe.
mute myself on OBS or no?
Very cool.
Luna and Naila.
Really quick, do you guys prefer if I mute myself on OBS or no?
Alex? Those.
Oh, sorry. Went on a roller coaster.
Okay, so I have myself muted on my stream, so there's a delay for me, but it shows up for you guys.
Okay. What would people say to us? How is the angle on the camera? Do they want it tilted more left, right, up, down? Are we good?
I think it looks great.
Awesome.
So, Niko, could you tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into this? We watched a short video at the beginning, but
Yeah.
tell me more, and Alex too.
You go first.
I go first. Well, I would say my experience comes from living at the rescue zoo for 20 years. I didn't choose the route of going towards, taking care of animals in the first place. My role here is not necessarily hands-on with the animals. We are 42 employees here at the rescue center. But me, myself, I was actually going towards becoming a game developer, and I became one and was out working in some of the bigger companies out in Denmark. But as the story said in the start, unfortunately we lost my dad to cancer. So I didn't want to sort of leave my mother with, the entire thing. 600 animals, 42 employees, and all the responsibility and grief and whatever we had after this. So you could say that I do have the education in towards I've been here for 20 years, and there's a lot of stuff you couldn't possibly learn on the education. And obviously then there's stuff you learn as an educated zookeeper that I don't have. So, but yeah, I'm not necessarily hands-on like that with the animals. But, I am here in any sort of panic situations or anything special like that. But I personally what I'm trying to do is get the rescue zoo into sort of the new online era, you could say in a way, showing our daily lives here at the rescue zoo in a new way. normally, you know, from a charity, you usually just see sort of a picture or you see a small clip. Here you can actually follow on a daily basis, where does my $10 donation goes to, what are we doing? You can ask us direct questions and get to know us all by first name, and we think that's, you know, sort of a different approach to it. And because we are working with rescue animals and we are not just a normal sort of attraction, it doesn't matter if you're located in the US or Sweden or Norway or Denmark. We could still maybe all agree on we like animals and we want to see what we can do to help them. Yeah? Was that reasonable? Trying to see how long the delay is.
That is very cool. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
Can I keep going in there? Alex?
Yeah.
The delay is pretty significant. I think it's at least 7 seconds.
Yeah, at least 7 seconds. Yeah.
But if you could just walk us around, that would be awesome. It's a beautiful facility.
Thank you. So actually, I would say that our issue is that we are actually creating a nature park like this, and we like to build natural materials, which also means that stuff break, and it's not all made of solid metal and golden roads. And the reason for that is obviously because we like the nature looks of it. Also because obviously it's a little bit cheaper than the other thing, but we do have to actually switch some of the, you know, bigger enclosures over to this so it can sustain a lot more. But we tried as much as possible to keep it in the nature sort of look, everything. Naturalistic. I think I lost my point to it now. Do you know where I was going with it?
No.
No?
I just want to walk around the park.
Oh yeah, no. No, I know. No, not that. I know what I was about to say.
Because people are starting to donate a little bit, could you tell us about where those donations are going to go?
Yeah. So again, just quickly, what I was saying is that some people come in here and they see that it's not a Golden Road tourist-oriented experience the same way as some of the bigger places. Our point, and my reason for saying that is because we have so many more expenses than the other places, because we need, all the animals coming in are primarily sick animals that need to be treated, or, you know, special transportation to get them here, or extra support in general. Medication costs a lot of money. So yeah, your donations would primarily go into feeding the animals. 600 mouths is a lot of is a lot of food, but medication, transportation, rebuilding of new enclosures and stuff. But my point here again, and really you could say it's a good thing people need to know about this, is like if you see an old plank over here that might look a little dated. The reason for us maybe not changing that is because then our camel needs a special new medication for his stomach, or we need to pick up a new set of tamarin monkeys that has been through X, Y, and Z, and that's why our focus is not necessarily on the tourist-oriented experience of it. We want to get there, but it's simply...
The animals come first.
Yeah, as Alex is saying, the animals come first. I have to hold breaks because the delay, so... Don't get us started, we'll talk for ages.
This is your facility, it looks huge.
14, I believe, something like that. 12 or 14.
Yeah.
That's a little rascal.
And you have everything from, it looks like, what, livestock to big cats to primates to reptiles? I mean...
Yeah, we have everything. The newest project we're working on is circus lions. We're raising money for a new enclosure for that, where we are hopefully going to be able to help 2 circus lions that were rescued here not long ago. Where were they coming from? Spain?
Yeah, they're being held in Spain at the moment at a rehabilitation centre.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Or from a Romanian circus.
Yeah. The Romanian circus basically just left the lions at the side of the road in big trucks, and then just left them. And then our partners AAP in Holland, which is known as a transit place, they...
Are most of your animals from the pet trade or testing?
Most of our animals is coming from the medical industry, but yeah, I want to...
It's quite equally divided.
Yeah, so my point here is that because we started out as a zoo, you don't necessarily get rid of all your animals just because you start thinking differently. You know, so obviously a lot of our animals is still going to be in quotes normal zoo animals, like I would say 40-50% of them at the moment, and then the other 50% is rescue animals. But that also allows us to that we can mix and match with the animals. Like for instance, we got a serval in, which is one of these beautiful cats over here that were forcefully removed from another zoo that got closed down because they didn't take care of the animals. And we could then collaborate with another zoo and get a mate for that animal. So that's why we're sort of keeping it open in that way, so we can mix and match and make sure that the animals get a good and fulfilled life here. And then we are also doing breeding programs with some of the almost extinct animals, like the tamarind and lemurs and stuff like that. So it's a wide variety of things that we do at the rescue center. Should we go say hi to Anton?
Yeah.
Our Lord and Savior.
That is very cool. So guys, for those of you who are donating, I hope you can hear me well enough. The donations are not currently showing up on screen, but I'll be reading them out so that you guys are acknowledged for it. I appreciate that. Just donated $5 and said my first dono ever, and then Oki just donated $20 and said this is so cool. It's been a while since I had the chance to go to the zoo. Thank you guys so much. Please don't be discouraged from donating because they don't show up on stream. I'll make sure they're read out.
Hi,
Look
Anton.
at this. We have a camel. I know very, very little about camels.
Okay, so first of all, cool thing is that, and I learned this from Michael. you know what I'm going to tell?
I do.
That is a good fact.
The alphabet, yeah.
Yeah, the alphabet. So a lot of people, when they see a camel, they usually think it's a dromedary, and a dromedary only have one hump. But a camel has two humps, and a good way to see it, to remember it, is that he's a Bactrian camel. If you put him on the side, it looks like a B. A dromedary, which only have one hump, if you put him on the side, looks like a D. So that's sort of the way to remember it. Our old zookeeper, Michael, that now works with elephants.
Rescue elephants
in Thailand. Yeah, he learned us that little trick. You want to jump over? Hi, buddy. I think we want to go over here, maybe.
Where did he come from?
So he is what would be... He's a normal animal, you could say. He came from another zoo in Denmark where they simply had too many, and they called us up and asked, do you guys have the space for him? And again, that's what I'm saying. We want to keep it also as a normal zoo per se, so we are able to do stuff like that, because... You know, it is animals that has been, you know, breed in captivity, so they still deserve to have a good life. And yeah, we don't really take sort of, what can you say? We don't want to keep them out. And again, then we have the options of bringing in a rescue camel if the chance comes up. So it's a mix and match what we do here. We tend to call him Anton, our Lord and Savior. Anton is also implemented into the game.
A donation from Tavi.
Was there a number? Sound like they came all. Thank you so much for the dono! Alex?
Yay!
God.
Tavi donated $20 and Jake donated $5.
Oh, God.
People like you and favorite guests so far, so thank you guys so much.
That's wonderful.
Oh, thank you so much. We need a mask now to sing.
Thank you so much.
Look at this little rascal.
Is the echo really
Yeah,
that
just
bad?
FYI, he's currently he's being implemented into the game. Anton is the holy God, the one, the only, our one Lord and Savior.
Do you want me to change something?
Hello. The video you showed, Maya, was about a mobile game, and we actually switched it up a lot. And I think it's going to present itself better in the video you wanted to show later on. But yeah, it's actually a PC game now, and Anton, he is one of the main characters in the game that our graphical artists have created him into the game. So it's going to be so fun to actually see him in there. Ayo?
Tell us more about the
So, you know, again, that was sort of the first version you guys saw, and something that has been evolving. Io just took off the microphone off the camera. Io. Right, so the game is called Rescue Wars Online, and you are part of the rescue team, and you go on rescue missions, and you fight off evil. And then you rescue animals and take them back to your own rescue zoo, where you're building upon your own sort of rescue city. It's a full-fledged MMO kind-of-ish game. You control it like you would control World of Warcraft and games like that. And we have then linked it up with the stream, so the more you watch the stream, the more rescue coins you get inside of the game, and the more you donate toward the charity when the game comes up and running, the more you also get inside of the game. And it's then a multiplayer game, so you can sort of create a guild together with your friends from the stream, and you can build upon, you know, the rescue city together and fight off evil, and while you're doing it, you know that you're helping out the rescue zoo. So that's sort of the idea. And yeah, in the video you have later on, Maya, we have some footage from, or gameplay footage.
That is so cool. Wow.
Oh. Could you stop?
So we also got a donation from $10. Thank keep up the good work from Norway. $20.
Thank.
Working to figure out the. Bless you, my goodness.
Thank you so much. Io actually did it perfectly over the donos. We could just use Io as the notification. Should we continue on?
Yeah.
What do you have the most of at the zoo? Do you have a lot of birds, or do you mostly have hoofstock, or?
It is fairly a big variety, really, isn't it?
You speak English?
I do sometimes. It's a variety of everything. There's nothing there's more or less.
I would say there's more monkeys.
Oh yeah, primates.
There's more primates. My mother and the zoo director is obsessed with monkeys.
Yeah.
She really loves helping them. And has also been doing a lot of different work in actually, well, some of these that were abandoned by the mothers, has been feeding some of them up. I don't want to say the word hand rearing because then it sounds like we did it on purpose or like for a pet reason, but we did it because one of the bigger primates, or well, it's not a primate, it's actually one of the smaller apes, the gibbons, mother got a breast infection, Carlos. I think he's sleeping now. I think I gave you a video, Maya, if you want to see more about that story. But my point was just that I think they're so close related to us. That's why she's found them so fascinating in particular. And that's why one of her focuses is on them.
And what are your guys' favorites at the zoo?
We have no favorites.
Yeah. So when you've been working with animals professionally your entire life, you don't have favorites anymore. It becomes one big animal. Also the most asked question on the stream of all time.
We're not allowed to have favorites.
It's like people working with kids or small children. We would never tell. Oh, okay. Hopefully we can get it working. If all comes to it, and you guys can't figure it out.
Donation goal is up, thank goodness. We are at $83 in donations.
Aw,
Thank you so much.
that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. Every penny counts.
Every penny counts.
And the cool thing is that when we're using Tiltify, means that we...
Miniature horses. I have a soft spot for horses.
the cool thing about when you guys are donating through Tiltify is that we only work as the man in the middle. A man in the middle. You need to be a proven charity, a real working non-profit charity to even be on the side. And this means that other streamers like Maya or me and myself and you guys as well can set up campaigns and raise money for the charity, and then you guys never touch the money, but they make sure it goes directly and uncut to the rescue. You need to, Alex, because those movements is gonna get us in trouble.
I'll stop.
Yeah. Let's move on. We have a little bit of HDMI issues sometimes, so
I was trying to be nice.
no jumping.
Very cool. Very cool. And guys, the alerts should be set up also.
If you guys continue to have trouble with the alerts, we could, as a last resort, copy what we have done on ours because they work on our stream.
Maybe not. Well, we just got
Let's go this way because of the connection.
an anonymous donor.
Thank you so.
Ayo.
Ayo. We had a guest on the stream, and every time we got a donate, he was singing.
How old is Io?
We don't always know the exact age of the animals that come in.
Yeah, it depends on if there are papers on them or not. I wouldn't actually know, but I would say over 10 years at least.
Yeah, but it's younger than 20.
Yeah, it's in the middle. By the way, what you're looking at here is, you can see a huge enclosure here we were walking by, and that is actually known as sort of the rescue, you could say, area especially made for primates. This is an enclosure that is not finished yet, currently inhabited by two wallabies, so they're having a lot of space. But it is supposed to be having baboons inside this enclosure, but we are missing, is it something, how much is it?
200,000, I think it was.
200,000, which is,
Just to get the building
it's,
finished.
yeah, it's about 40,000 US dollars we are missing to finish this enclosure, I believe. And then we are getting a group of baboons that came from, I believe, also the medical industry. The reason why I don't know every single detail is obviously because we have 600 animals and a lot of coming in and out. And some of them, because it is sick animals, might not be here for that long. So I know most of the stories and I'm there with almost every part of it, but you know, as a specific age of every single one of them and stuff like that, it's hard to keep up. Yeah. Ow, my ear, Io.
$40,000. So donations are very, very important to you guys, as is all nonprofits.
Yeah, very much. And our issue is that, so we open up for public about 6 months out of the year, and we, you know, people pay to come in and see and hear and talk with us, but then we close for the rest of the year, which means we have no income whatsoever for about 7 months out of the year, which, that didn't make sense, 6 plus 7.
No, 6 months we are and 6 months are without earnings.
Yeah, something like that. I think the reason why we say 7 months because some months is not vacation periods, and that means that there's very slow. But yeah, so that's the hard part for us, and that's also why I'm doing my stream and why I'm creating the game, and 100% of the profit of the game also is going to the rescue zoo. Yeah, before I start talking again, I'm gonna let you, Maya, have a word. Again, keep away from all like fence and stuff.
Donation from Dad of $5. He said, question for them. What are the most experiences you've had in the line of work? And also, I think his phone mic and his camera mic is on, which might be what's causing the echo.
My phone mic and camera mic.
That mic and that mic.
Yeah, I know what it is. Thank you, Alex. My tech IT expert here, Alex. That is the one you have. No, it's because I'm holding a microphone in my hand, and this one. This is a phone. This is a phone. Io. It's because sometimes I get them too close. Thank you so much for the donation. Alex got me out of it. What were you saying, Maya?
So what are the best experiences you guys have had in this line of work? Do you have any notable stories, notable memories?
I don't know if I necessarily have one specific. It might come.
People are saying that you should mute one of your mics.
Oh. No. That you were a tech expert, Alex. She won. It was true. I muted the one here. Okay, yeah. I'm the fool now. I would say, experience-wise, it's a little hard to pin down one, again, because the days are so crazy, but I would say that is the thing that I find the most interesting, is that days are extremely chaotic every single day almost, and there's many times where people have to come in late or early, for that matter. Be it sleeping with a specific animal all night because else it might be dying if you're not next to it, or, you know. So, but I think stories will come up as we go around. But I would say in general, the chaotic feeling of the work is very interesting.
No day is the same.
Yeah. What do you say?
I said no day is the same.
Let's see if I can still hear Maya.
It's actually not fixed. You should mute the other one.
Well, if I mute that one, then we lose stream audio.
Well, if I mute that one, then we lose.
Okay, can I get no? That's the receiver.
Oh, okay.
If you guys tell me exactly what the issue is, then I can pinpoint. If it's because of Maya's voice, then every time, into the microphone, double up. Then I can just take the phone further away every time it's Maya speaking.
They're saying mute the camera mic, or give the camera mic to Alex.
Okay. If you pin it in the middle, because it's very loud.
Okay. Like that?
Yeah. Everybody's just telling me off all the day.
That's normal everyday life, isn't it? Yeah.
His passion to support the zoo. First time seeing this kind of zoo. I hope there are more zoos like this. Keep up the great work. Greetings from Germany.
Oh.
Fall in with $20. Wish I could donate more. Please never stop doing good. Really appreciate that, guys. That's so cool.
Every penny counts, guys. We're so grateful. Absolutely wonderful. And that is their goal, actually. They do want to open more rescue centres than just the one we have here. This is the starting point.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we have here?
So this is Luna and Naila, which is two beautiful European lynxes.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bad cameraman.
I just wanted to see if we can get her over here and say hi to us.
Oh, you want her to come over here? Sorry.
You never listen. There we go. Hi. So Luna and Naila is these two beautiful European lynxes. By the way, can you see we work together every single day? These two girls is sisters, and they were forcefully removed from a different zoo that didn't take care of them and didn't feed them well. See if we can. I just know in this corner we're losing connection. That's why I want us to from streaming every single day in the rescue, so I know the spots where we're losing the feed. But yeah, these two beautiful girls forcefully removed. So again, one.
Around about 7 or 8 years old.
You don't need to yell. You have them.
Oh yeah, it's around 7 or 8 years old. Well, they say about 15 in the wild, 20, 25 in the zoo world. Because obviously when they get older, we still come down with food for them. And if they get ill, then obviously we have the vet. So there's a bit more of a bonus being with us.
Oh
wow.
Holy freaking moly!
There you go! That's amazing!
Thank you so much, guys. It's gonna be so cool coming and telling the zoo director. I was thinking we should go. I mean, I want to do the full-on tour, but I just want to hit some specific. So how many keepers are we, Alex?
Well, if it's in the week, let's take for today, there were 3 keepers today. On...
Not so loud, it's really
Oh yeah, sorry. 3 keepers were in today and they had to prep the diets between all... If one person was doing it, I'd say about 60 hours.
Yeah, and how many were prepping today?
3.
3. And that's the weekend, so on
yeah.
normal weekdays we have a lot more people.
Yeah, we do like a 10-day shift so everyone can get every other weekend off.
About 60?
No, 6 to 8. 6 to 8 hours a day.
Sorry, it's our accent.
Oh no, I need a lot more keepers if that were the case. Well, on the weekends we divide it up into 3. So it is, it's like a 8-hour shift for one section when we split the zoo into 3. And then luckily enough,
Guys, stand by. Also, what do you while this is sorting out, what do you want me to do about the audio? You want me to be unmuted on OBS? Unmute on OBS.
Guys, stand by.
Okay, and we're back. Never mind. It's kind of going nuts again. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
See my cable go. You can see my cable go.
Stuff.
Okay, guys, stand by. I'm trying to figure out how to change the audio while this is sorting itself out. Cursed HDMI. Okay, let's do this. And this. Can you hear me, Niko?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna...
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I broke the HDMI cable.
It's the HDMI cable?
Yeah, it was the parrot. She broke it.
Oh no! She broke it!
Yeah, well, she was sitting on them for a long time, and it seems to be the issue because every time I touched it, it goes back to normal. But I might have a reserve cable inside of the studio. I'll just quickly get.
Okay. Okay, we'll stand by. We'll stand by. Hey, while you do that, I'll play that second video. So don't take your time here. I'll play the right this minute video.
Awesome.
All right. Okay, guys. So while this is figuring itself out, yeah, audio fixed. So when this feed goes back up, we're gonna have we're gonna talk on Discord, so that we can have a better conversation. And there's just gonna be delay on his stream. I think I muted the live feed. So let's watch this. Let's watch this video. This is what I tweeted out. The right this minute video, and I'll let it speak for itself.
Let's take a little cyber trip over to Denmark to the Orchard Zoo rescue.
I think this is like the coolest thing.
Niko, whom we've actually had on the show before, is doing these live streams so that people get to see what he's doing with the animals. When we first talked to him, he had taken over the management of the zoo because his dad had recently passed. He and his mom took the reins of the zoo. Their zoo is comprised of rescue animals that need a lot of...
Yes, I can hear you. I'm playing the video right now.
Awesome.
Okay. It's got a few more minutes.
Care and
Have it been
rehabilitation.
horrible?
They actually have a
I
massage
couldn't tell how
therapist
everything was
that
working.
comes and gives the animals a little bit of massage therapy.
Twisted back.
I think I got 50 messages. HDMI.
I also told you at the time that he was creating a game. He's taken it up a notch. Before he took the reins of the zoo, he was a game developer. The game is called Rescue Wars Online. He was inspired to create this version of it because a lot of his followers are gamers. And now with this PC game, you can rescue animals and start building your own zoo online.
Oh, cool. I see some hours I could spend playing that.
To tell us more about it, we have Niko via Skype right this minute, all the way from Denmark. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Who do you have there?
I am having Io here, actually one of the rescue citizens here in the rescue zoo. You might have seen some of these parrots before, but they normally have a longer beak. But as you can see, she has like a shorter beak because she actually lost the most of her beak in an accident. But happy and healthy today.
So tell us about the game now, because you've changed it.
So basically we saw that so many people came in to see the stream and they were all PC gamers. So it made perfect sense to make it into a PC game. You are part of the rescue team and you fight off evil and then you rescue animals and take them back to your own rescue zoo.
In the videos I see you're fundraising. Are you going to use the game to fundraise as well?
Yeah, so the more you watch the live stream of us working in the rescue zoo, the more coins you get inside of the game. And the more you donate to the foundation, the more rescue coins you get as well. But yeah, 100% of the profit the game makes when we get it up and running is going directly to the foundation.
Do you think the people that play your game develop a respect for animals out in the real world?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so many people who are coming like to either a normal zoo or a rescue zoo or whatever it is, they actually don't know much about it. And I feel like getting them something so interactive that they could get invested in, they also begin to maybe care more about, you know, like the animals, for instance.
How many animals do you have there at your zoo?
We have 600 animals today and 120 different species.
Tell us how expensive it is to try to feed all of them.
It is 300,000 Danish a month it costs to upkeep.
So we need to get this game up and running to get some more coins, right?
Exactly. It's not done yet, but in December we are releasing the first to all the people who are watching the stream at Twitch, at Play Rescue.
That's awesome. Well, you guys are all the bestest. Thank you so much for Skyping with us. And you guys at home, if you guys want to help out, just head on over to rightthisminute.com, click on TV show, or you can get that info on our mobile app.
Very, very cool. Niko, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Are we
You are
back
good
up
to
and
go.
running? Good to go?
Io broke the HDMI cable.
Okay. Okay.
And-
Hang on. Okay. And it looks good. I think we're good.
Cool.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
I don't know. I'm inside.
Oh, Alex has it.
So I'm gonna
Okay.
mute. How are we doing this? Did you mute the? So you muted audio from the feed?
Yes. But
So it's only from the phone you guys hear now.
yes.
Okay, cool.
I think this is a lot better. I think this is working. Mute the camera audio. Can you hear her? What?
Didn't you? What's that? Now I'm confused.
It's good. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good to go.
Awesome.
Oh, there you are.
Well, I think right now we're looking at all the different. What would you call them, Alex? No, the enclosures. What do you call them? Avery?
Avery's?
Yeah.
Are we looking at birds right now?
What are we looking at? What? Alex is tired. She just looked at me like a question mark. What?
Yes, it's various parrots and a couple of Mara and a Harris hawk.
Very cool. I love birds. I'm sure, or maybe you guys know that. I do falconry, so I'm really into birds of prey. And
Yeah, we have two or one Harris hawk.
Cool. Yeah, and I'm working at an exotic bird sanctuary right now, so my life is parrots, or my life has been parrots for this this summer. Yeah, that's awesome. So
I've got plenty of them.
Does Io live out here, or where does she live?
Ayu lives in with me and just free roams the rescue zoo by day.
Lucky
Yeah,
bird.
she flies over the entire.
Those enclosures are beautiful. I'm so impressed. How many parrots do you have?
Loads. You've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 macaws. We have 3 Amazons, 4 African greys, 2 cockatoos, a couple of galahs, loads of parakeets, loads and loads of them. People get them as pets and then don't want to keep them on or breed them and realize what to do with them, so they come here.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, we had the room for them.
Yeah, you must have experienced some of that if you work at the bird sanctuary.
Yes, yeah. They seem like really cool pets, but you know they're as smart as what, a 2 or 3 year old kid, and they live 70 years. So it's like having a toddler for 70 years, which doesn't work out for most people. Raj donated $10 and said, "It's great seeing people help out animals. Nobody donated $10 and said, if everybody in the stream donated $1, we'd reach 3 times the donation goal. Let's support a great cause." That is so nice. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And we are at $253, by the way, if you guys aren't looking at the stream, which is fantastic. Thank you guys so much.
Wow, thank you.
Very cool. What is that greenhouse structure looking thing behind you?
So that is our sort of tropical house, and besides being cool in itself because it has sort of a South American you can say theme. The cool thing about this is that my dad, who's not here anymore, he wanted this thing, he wanted this greenhouse, so he built it himself alone.
What?
Because he wanted it. Yeah, he did. And it's such a cool thing. So, and that's been sort of the whole theme of what we have done here. Oh god, we lost. Fuck. Alex, stand still. 1 second, sorry.
No, you're fine. Can you hear me still?
Yeah. No, so this is not a. This one is not a. Yeah. No, it's just a. It was just the power cable. It just needs to get into the power bank, and then we're good. And we are good. I don't know what you have done on. Stand more still. Right, he didn't. There you go. We probably need to get into like now if you want to get a glimpse of them. Yeah, the sun is going down. If you just wait, please. Right, you guys should get a feed in about 5 seconds.
Okay, cool. Stand by, people. We're fine. We got another $5 donation from Doc and said the Friday podcasts are awesome. Thank you so much, Doc. Appreciate that. Again, you guys, for those of you who are just stopping in or who are new, donations today go to Play Rescue. How do you pronounce the name of your zoo? I don't want to mess it up.
That's a good one. So I work with a team of only British people, and nobody can actually say it. So, but it's pronounced Ozhel.
Okay, that is absolutely not how I would say it.
So you say Jared, right?
Yes. Okay, I'm glad I asked. I just won't try. Donations go there. And donations are through Tiltify today, so the donation link will direct you there, and your money goes directly to them so that we don't lose any fees to PayPal, by the way, guys. And it costs, in the Right This Minute episode, it said about $40,000 a month or so to maintain this zoo. Yeah. So donations are very, very important. Thank you guys so much if you have donated or if you're planning to. HIVS, thank you so much for $20. And Sinek with $10. Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's going so quick. You guys are so awesome.
And Sindrine with $10. First time donating to anything. Keep up the great work. I love the creative way to make a game for income too. Such a great cause. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. The feed is back up, but it's frozen.
Okay.
It may just correct itself, but...
oh,
there we go. Maybe... Oh, we got ringtails. Beautiful.
Let's go in. Okay. But we should try to keep them away from the backpack. Very, very friendly ringtail lemurs here.
And where did the ringtails come from?
The ringtail came from a zoo where they were supposed to be put down, and we were ringed up and asked if we could come get them.
3 girls that were being kept by themselves. They're being held in solitude. And that's another thing that our director doesn't like to hear when it's such a social animal.
Yeah.
So she brought them up here and used the year of trying to get these 3 girls to work together. And luckily enough, it succeeded.
Because it is such a, we know that now in captivity it's not as threatened animals as it used to be, but in Madagascar where they come from, they're still an extremely almost extinct animal, but it's going up. But that's only why we're in breeding programs with these guys, because it is an animal that we could see loose from the wild.
And do you guys do any breeding programs at your zoo?
Yeah.
We correspond with the other zoos that do the conservation programs.
Very
and especially with the stud keepers. So if we can help, we're always happy.
Very cool. Do they accept volunteers? Interesting question. Yeah. Do you guys rely on volunteers for support, or is it mostly staff?
We don't. How did you ask? How many?
Yeah, or what does your volunteer involvement look like?
So usually, because it is such a demanding job and people need to have experience both being a zookeeper and with exotic animals, we tend to not really rely on volunteers. Actually, we do have
you need the education.
Yeah.
That's fair. That makes sense. Unicode with $10 and Sicky with $15. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate that. So how many ringtails do you guys have here?
How many, Alex?
We have 6 in this group.
6 in this group. Okay. And what does their diet look like?
Oh, well, in the morning, that's when we sneak all the vitamins and minerals into them. So they get 40 grams of fruit each. They always have vitamins in the wild. So they get that through a pellet form, as well as giving natural browse. And then in the evening, they get so much veg to live off of. Plus, we give them supplementary things through the week, like we cook chicken for them and eggs for them, as well as we give them a paste called a tamarind cake, just to make sure that they get, just like us, they get their proteins and their carbs and everything else through the week.
Did she say 40 pounds of fruit each? I don't think so. I think she said 40 grams. So you guys, you weigh out your produce then for them every day.
Do you want me to take
40 grams of fruit. 40 grams.
Cool. Very cool.
You can if you want to.
Yeah. Oh. Because they'll jump you, Alex, not as much.
Oh, poodle gone.
He took the lemur, took the cable.
Uh-oh. The feed, it looks good right now. It's been freezing off and on, and we lost audio for a second, but it's correcting itself for the most part, so I think we're good.
Awesome. Yeah, it wasn't the HDMI. I think it was just the power cable he took out.
Oh, okay.
Make sure to have it.
So do you guys work? Do you work free contact with a lot of the animals, or the ringtails and your bird there like an exception?
No, when there is, we do a lot of training, husbandry training through the fences, behavioral training. Luckily enough, the reason we can come into the lemurs is because they don't have that natural instinct of fleeing away from one. Because again, with some of the animals being ill, you need to be able to come in and medicate or treat or put cream on or whatever. So we try and stay hands off as possible. Things like the lynx you just saw, like we'll use target training through the fence line. For example, last year she had a conjunctivitis in her eye, so instead of stressing her out by having to call the vet in to sedate her and everything else, it was easier for me to get her to put her nose on a target spot, and then I could just put the eye drop through the fence line instead.
Yeah.
So husbandry training is something we do. Never any like circus tricks we call them, but always like for medication purposes.
For
lemurs, because they don't have that natural instinct, that's why we go in with them.
For those in chat that don't know, can you briefly explain what target training means?
Target training basically depends on what animal you're going for, but I'm sure. Well, what I use is basically, it's a very fancy piece of equipment. It is a broom handle with a tennis ball on the end, and I use clicker training to basically start off any sort of behavioral training I do with a lot of animals is teach them to put their nose to the target stick, and then they'll get a treat. So positive reinforcement. I always use positive training with the animals, never negative. So they learn quickly that this toy is like the best thing in the world because they're getting treats for putting their nose on a target, and then that means it becomes voluntary from the animal side.
Right.
And then I've got complete control without actually forcing them to do anything they don't want to do. They can come and go as they please.
That's awesome. Very cool. Is that one, the smaller one, is that a younger lemur, or is it just smaller?
Yeah, no, he was born the 14th of April.
Wow,
so he's still a little
no
baby.
Kidding. That is so cool. So born at your facility then. How many successful babies have you had? Do you know?
Oh, we've had quite a few. I've only been here for 3 years, but we've had babies every year. And because the bloodline isn't so well used yet, they've been very, very popular with other facilities to use our males. So whenever they get to a certain age, I put them in what I call our bachelor group. But we always have to make sure.
In charge in a lemur
Yeah,
world.
the females are obviously in charge in the lemur world. So yeah, I move the males out when they get to like a sexual age.
Wow.
But then it means that we can then correspond with the other zoos, so that the males can then go on to breeding programs for the places that have more money, basically, to do all these conservation projects. Well, then at least we can help out with the genetic side of things to make sure that it's always something genetically correct being bred. So let's say further down the line, be able to put back out in the wild.
That is so cool. These guys can really jump. We got a couple good shots of them jumping towards the camera. That's crazy. So Mr. Gimli Jr. with $20, or Lauren with $3, Dookie with $10, and Yup with $15. Thank you guys so much for it. $381. Thank you. They asked how much these lemurs weigh. Do you know how much? My community has this thing where they love knowing how much animals weigh. I don't know why. It's just what they're into. Do you have any idea?
I can tell you in grams. I mean, the baby at this particular moment weighs 800 grams, but your adult females, your adult females weigh anywhere from 2 to 2.5 kilos.
Okay. All right, guys, the baby is 800 grams. There you go. How many babies do you have right now? Do you just have this one that we're looking at?
Just the one this year. Yeah, just the one this year.
Very cool. Oh, they are so cool.
But they all help to carry him around. So he's got lots of aunties.
There's somebody in chat asked why they put their tails up in the air. Is that just, I mean, that's just how they hold their tails, isn't it?
It's actually no, it's for when they're actually out in the wild. What they do is their tails are actually different for each animal, just like a human's fingerprint. Because it's called a troop. A lemur family is called a troop, and it's when they're walking around in the tall grass. It's so they can actually keep an eye on who's who. They can tell which one. Yeah, they can tell who's who by looking at the tail.
Alex, that's the same with the tail. That's how you look them apart.
I can tell them apart by their face.
That is crazy. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, you can really see they're doing it.
Yeah, no kidding. What's the oldest lemur that you guys have?
Is that King Julian?
No,
is his
he's
name
young,
King
you know.
Julian?
Of course.
That's great. That's great.
The oldest one we have is still in their teens. I think it's one of the breeding females, just like 13, 14.
Oh.
I have had a lemur become 31 years old.
Wow, that's incredible.
He kind of jumped up to me and then I was like, nope.
Oh, I've not ruined this one.
You haven't ruined this one?
Yeah, we saw that. That's funny.
Right.
So
We
with your keepers, do you separate, like, do you have a primate keeper and a bird keeper, or does everybody kind of do different stuff, or how do you split that up?
I actually have, we do have particular keepers for particular things. I like the primate keepers to work together, and I like to, like, for example, this is not to be sexist at all, but the boys have got a little bit more muscle on than the boys that we have at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So they're the ones on the outdoor team dealing with all the bigger animals and all the highlands, the horses, because obviously it's a lot of hay and straw and houses.
Mm-hmm.
And plus they prefer to be out there because you've got to be very sterile in some of the environments when it comes to like our marmosets and things like that, so we don't transmit diseases. And they're very much, let's just get out and get the muck done and get on with our lives. So I do have my primate keepers that basically split up most of the birds, the reptiles and the primates, more because it's more finicky.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have my two lads that are outside dealing with all the bigger animals. So we've got three sections, but those 3 sections get split up on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, just so we can get a bit more extra done.
Got it.
We've got the big primates, smaller primate section, and then the large animals.
So Sinek in chat just asked if you have to worry about other animal smells being on you when you're working with these animals. Have you noticed that that's something that bothers them, or?
It's depending on are we talking predators, or are we talking monkeys, or clean in general. If there is sickness in any of the enclosures and stuff like that, we
Then we're in full-on suits with plastic shoes. But no, luckily enough, the animals that particular keeper takes care of is all in the same sort of area, so it all smells very much alike anyway. And the animals that would react in a bad way to smells, we don't go in with.
Okay, got it. And Alex, how did you get into exotics? What's your background?
Oh, I actually got into it by accident.
Oh, really?
I just got lucky getting a part-time job in another zoo actually, and then when that person came back from illness, I was like, no, this is what I want to do. So I started my education, then got sent to England, and they I was on an international course here in Denmark, and then they sent me to England for a month, and then I was over there, and they said, right, well, if you sign a contract with us for 4 years, we'll pay for your education over here. So I went over there to stay for 4 weeks and ended up staying for 10 years, I think it was.
Wow. That's crazy.
But I wanted to come home, so luckily enough the director here was nice enough to give me a job so I could come back. But so I've dealt with everything from guinea pigs to elephants, really.
That is so cool.
Been in the business a while.
So we can see that enclosure in the background. Do you bring these animals in at night, or is it an open air enclosure? Or somebody also just asked, can't they just jump out because their leap is so high?
No, we do have a roof. We just try and make it really, really high so they have a lot of room to move around in.
Yeah, first of all, there's the roof. You can see here there's net over the entire enclosure. Plus, there's indoor heated areas
So
here.
Oh, they're
all year
heated
round,
and okay.
all year round, our animals have access to indoor and outdoor areas. Because what we have discovered, especially with some of the animals that come in that are ill, even just a simple thing like fresh air does wonders. So yeah, so unless there's a reason for us to have to close them in, all our animals have access inside and out all year round.
So what do you do for enrichment for the lemurs? Because I imagine they need a lot. They look pretty active.
Oh, Nikolai wants to say something.
No, it's just when we are talking enrichment with the lemurs in particular, we sometimes have been. You opened the backpack. We made something that was a little bit too, should we say,
advanced
a couple of times, and the lemurs look at us weird. We built a couple of times.
Oh,
Maya.
Yes.
There we go. Sorry.
No, you're good.
No. Okay, I thought we lost you. No, I was just saying that we do different kind of things, obviously with all the different animals. But we were trying here on the stream not long ago, and we built like you could call it a bottle dispenser. You know, there's three.
For the dogs, they have
Yeah.
to twirl the box. Treats.
Yeah, and the lemurs with this one, there's like a stick in between, and the bottles are hanging on it, and they can turn it around, and they gets out a little bit of a treat.
Oh, cool.
No, but the cool thing was that no one of the lemurs actually figured out how to do it.
Oh, dang, that's too bad. I was gonna say that would be very impressive.
Yeah, so it was more or less about showing them, see, there comes a treat out of here, and then they took that treat and back to not really couldn't figure out what was going on.
Right.
Other things we do is like we'll smear like tamarind cake around the enclosure to encourage them to use their natural instincts to like mark the trees. We've got a very special jawline, so just a simple thing like that.
Okay.
It just for ages, and obviously trees and branches and leaves love that one. They love picking it all off.
Somebody donate who was this? Tarzan donated $20 and asked, are there ever any issues with adders at the zoo? Thank you for $20, Tarzan. Yeah, do you have issues with wildlife disrupting your animals?
Just the occasional fox or minx, but
okay.
Well, and the birds.
Oh yeah.
Birds, they eat. We do have like there's like ravens and stuff like that. They come in and eat a lot of the outdoor animals' food. Oh my god, can you guys hear the macaws?
Yeah, people were saying, why are they screaming, guys? Those aren't the lemurs. Those are the birds that are next to them, I think.
Yeah.
Because they can see us.
Yeah. Maybe we should move on because we are actually gonna lose sun in about 15 minutes.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you so much for taking us in here. That was so cool.
It's always a challenge with the lemurs jumping on everywhere.
Yeah. Why are they screaming macaws? That's what they do, folks.
Yeah. They can see us. That's basically the best explanation. It's a matter of why are we not getting attention, guys?
Right.
A super cool thing I wanted to show you guys is if you look here, I'm going out here, you can see it's a big enclosure already the lemurs have here. But we are building a new thing. You can see the entire island here. Oh, we're building an island out here in the water area. If we go over here to the left, we have the new otter enclosure.
You guys have
otters, yeah.
Otters, very cool. That's a lot of upkeep.
Yeah. So I wanna first of all just clarify that this is just for architectural reasons that they made like this forest. Nobody's gonna be able to go in like this. It's a matter of that we are creating a huge new enclosure. You can see there's a net over the entire thing, and then there's gonna be guided trips only with zookeepers that people can come and get the story about why we should take care of our nature, why conservation is important, and we believe that not in a circusy way. They're not gonna feed them. They're not gonna touch them. They are gonna with a zookeeper walk over the the little you see the bridge here, and our sort of belief system is that if you've never had an experience with the animals, why should you care about conservation and getting close up with them?
Right.
So we think that one of our sort of finest, you could say, jobs is actually giving people these experiences so they go home and care.
Absolutely. There's nothing that beats a up close tactile experience to get people to care.
Exactly.
People are saying that your cable might be loose. I don't think that's the case, you guys. I think that's just how it goes.
Well, if it's green colors, then it's loose.
Okay, yeah, then it's loose. I mean, it's been doing that. It's been doing that off and on. Just like flashing purple and green.
Okay, let me just have one look. I think it's the actual live HDMI cable, where we put the cable in because we have had like 6,000 animals jump on it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, you were the person in front of me.
Who gave me the technology?
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean today. I mean in general. Here we have a very wet enclosure. We have had rain almost all of August, but Highlander kettles is in this enclosure. Are we there yet on stream?
Not quite. I don't think so. We just left the sign.
We can see into the future now.
True. It's still doing the green and purple flashing occasionally, and now it's freezing.
You know what? Let's we can take a little pit stop in the well, also there. Yeah.
Oh, we might. Well,
I wanted to take just a quick pit stop inside of the studio. Maybe we can go to webcam just for a little bit while we start the box. What do you say, Maya?
Yep, sounds good. I think we got to see a lot of cool stuff.
I mean, we could go on.
Yeah, it has been freezing a lot, so it may be better to go inside unless there's, I don't know, restart the call.
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of different areas we could go, but I really just need restarting this thing.
Okay, well, it's back now, and we're looking at, I don't even know, it looks like a cow. It looks like a Highland cow.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it? Those
Yeah.
are my favorite. They're so cute.
Yeah. The emo cows.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can both have you on the phone here and mute. Hang up. Is Ari following you? Did it cut the feed?
We're moving. It's just doing the loose cable thing.
Okay.
But it looks kind of cool. It's like we're at a party.
Wrong kind of party.
Yeah. So what is it that you'd like to do? You want to go inside and switch to a Discord call?
Yeah, just for the restart here.
Okay.
At least. Oh, you know what? Let me just. If you guys still have a feed, maybe you want to show them the last one because it takes just 4 minutes to update this one. There's
Sure.
the Carlos video, really cool. If you like.
The last video is... Oh, yes, the Gibbon video. Okay, I will play this video while we get sorted, and then I'll let you know when it's over.
Sure.
Alright. Alright, guys.
Io.
You can listen to Io. Thank you, Anonymous $5. Thank you so much. I think that was Anonymous. Wait, let me make sure.
You guys have been amazing.
Yeah, yes, Anonymous with $5. Thank you so much. Alright, guys, here is a story about an orphaned gibbon. Oh my gosh.
Nico's brother, come on.
Is this a gibbon living at the
A little
zoo?
while ago, we met Niko.
Sorry?
He lives with his family at
Is this-
Foundation Oshad Zoo Rescue
Is this gibbon living at the zoo?
Yeah, that's Carlos.
Cool.
in Denmark.
Hi, Carlos. And I can see all the messages teasing me, that's just my mutts.
Carlos is actually one of our rescue animals. He's not one of the normal rescue animals because he wasn't actually rescued from like a lab or another place. Carlos is a white-handed gibbon and one of our special animals here at the zoo. Because Carlos' mother actually got a breast infection when he was very little, and we had to take care of him for the first long period of his life.
Hi,
Every time Carlos was trying to get milk from her, she was hurting. So we have to make a decision. Was we going to let him die, or were we going to take him out and bottle him up?
Yeah, that's so good. Just saying to Maya, all the comments where people are teasing me, that's just my mutts.
The thing about gibbons is that they're very close to humans, and they, as you can see, it's almost like having a child, and you have to give them a lot of nurture and contact in general. They're very social.
It was like having a newborn baby in the house. It was just going a little bit faster. When the gibbons get tired, they are getting a little bit agitated.
What is teasing me the most is my mutts. Yeah, what is up with Nico's mutts? You got
The goal has always been to keep him as wild as possible.
We were not making Carlos into a pet. It was very, very important for us, of course, that we were training him and making him into a gibbon who can live in the zoo and have a meaningful life. We were making the playroom so he was prepared for the bigger enclosure that he was going to after a while.
Do we want Maya?
Yes.
Do we want to use the, I mean, there's not that much daylight. Do you want to sit and talk with us now, or do you want to use the last bit of adventure time outside?
Yeah, sure, let's try it. We can finish up this video later, guys, because they're losing daylight. What time is it for you there?
Well, no, if you're not finished with the video, just go for it, that's fine.
Finish it? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
After months of looking after Carlos,
We
it
got
was
less
time
than a
for them
minute
to
left.
release him back into the enclosure.
The experience for Carlos when we were taking him from the playroom and to the outdoor enclosure in the zoo was of course a little bit overwhelmed. But after a while we could see that he actually found it very funny because he was at that age now when he was curious.
Due to his difficult start to life, Niko and Joan hope one day to find a mate for Carlos and give him a family of his very
Joan
own.
blames me for that.
She sounds like Anne.
Oh my goodness. What a sweet video. That is so cool. I've never seen a baby gibbon before. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah,
They're so cute. Are you ready for the live feed here?
Yes. You can see here, actually, I want to show you. I have the picture. I don't know where it's looking at right now, the live view.
I see Io on top of me. Cool.
Let me see it. Oh, here we go. Check this out. I'm gonna send it to you in Discord. Oh, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm an idiot.
No, you're fine.
Okay. Yeah, there's no tag or anything. There we go.
Wow, you guys, look at this.
So this is Nana's.
Yeah, Nana had a youngster. This one was born on the 19th of July. Yeah, 19th of July.
Wow, so very recent.
Yeah,
that
it
is
was
so
teeny.
cool. Congratulations. Wow. Oh my
And yeah,
gosh.
no.
And that is
No issue.
Is that related to Carlos? Is Carlos the father of that youngster?
No, actually, the mum to this one we had to rescue from a different zoo. They thought it was an easy job hand rearing an animal, and to find out how hard it actually is to actually turn it into an ape afterwards, so you don't damage it psychologically.
Right.
So Johan, our director, got the call because she's really good at her primates.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to rescue her at 1 year old so that Johan could finish it. Luckily enough.
What kinds of primates do you guys have? You have gibbons, and I forget which monkey we looked at the beginning of the stream.
Gibbons and capuchins and tamarins and
Javas, marmosets,
about 80 primates.
That's awesome. Wow, that's a lot. Holy cow.
But no, Johan did do really well with this one. Able to have a family of her own, and that again, the social aspect of especially when you're talking apes, that it's all about the family. So she's been able to hand rear it successfully, finish, and let her have her own family. So that's actually a really good success story with that one.
Wow, that's so cool. I love that. Io really does have the run of the site, huh? She looks very happy there. Oh my gosh. Does she do any talking, or does she just do sound effects?
Well, she's kind of mimicking us, I think. But
I think so.
Yeah.
There's a lot of personality. I love it. What do you guys do for outreach and education? I know you guys are open 6 months out of the year. So is that the only outreach that you do, or do you take animals anywhere? Do you do presentations, or is your mission just sanctuary?
No, we concentrate on the sanctuary stuff, and we do daily speaks and talks and teachings and at the zoo. It is something we want to do in the future, but again, it costs money, and we want to make sure our animals are in tip top before we start doing any outreach programs.
Right.
But we do on a daily basis at the zoo. Do like the guided trips and speaks and talks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Here on site.
But yeah, we would never do it. If you were talking about going out of the zoo with the animals, we wouldn't, and we were never allowed to. Because sorry, I was just distracting me so much.
You're fine.
We are not allowed to because we are having what is status, which means that it's a quarantine area. So even like the birds, if a bird fly in over the zoo, a wildlife one, it's technically not allowed to fly out again, or a worm or whatever.
Yeah, we'd have to apply for a special license and have special areas to house them.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So usually, actually, when we have been doing out of the rescue zoo, actually some of our keepers, because keepers tend to like animals, might have a snake themselves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we've actually pulled from them if we were doing presentations in the past.
Right. Giddy with $50. Thank you so much. Yeeful with $5. Guz with $5. Anonymous with $20. Thank you guys so much. We're at $486. We're so close to our $500 donation goal. You guys, thank you so much to everybody who has donated. This is awesome. This is really, really cool. And I mean, there were even, despite the freezing and the rave, it still was it was really cool to get out there and see what you guys are doing. What do you do on stream mostly, Niko? You I heard you say that you did some enrichment. What else do you do?
Yeah, so it's actually been, well, obviously a lot of learning process in it, as I could imagine yourself, because I was overhearing a bit yesterday. It's 6 months for you here?
Yes.
Yeah, so I feel like I've been a year and a half myself now.
about, and I feel like it changes a lot because you need to sort of learn what do people like to see and what do you like to do on stream, because when you have to do it every single day, you have to find some things that you can actually you like to do.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I started out doing after the zoo closed because I had to get used to. Ayo, can I get a word? I didn't like. Sorry, that's not what I was saying. I started after hours because I wanted to do it alone in the start, get used to stream. And I was building different kind of stuff for the animals, but it becomes very hard coming up with new stuff on my own. And I figured out that the organic stuff, just following the zookeepers, it could be just feeding an animal, going out and talking, and we have like 8 people doing 8 different things in each direction every Monday, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
It's an earlier stream, but it's a lot easier for me, and I saw a lot more engagement also from people because it's very hard. Instead of me having to come up with stuff, it's just organically happening all around me.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, but also some gaming in the evening because the plan is obviously doing rescue streams by day and playing our game by night. It's kind of the deal we're trying to do.
Right. That's so cool. Yeah, guys, command guest in chat to see Play Rescue's channel. How often do you stream?
Every day.
That's so cool. You found such an interesting way to integrate the things that you love. It's incredible.
Thank you.
And pizza with $10. Thank you so much. $490. Holy cow. Yeah, that's really, really cool. I've seen a couple of your streams. I've seen you in with the lemurs and hanging out with Io, who has a lot to say. She's so cute. I love Amazons.
I feel like from now on, I'm sort of actually just figured out what I really want to do in the stream, because like we do these special things where we've been so blessed by Twitch on a daily basis. We have like a Nordic promotion that gives us a lot of viewers, but on like bigger events where we follow the zookeepers around for the entire day, we've been so blessed to get like a worldwide promotion. And then you follow us for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have other streamers and guests, and then come and become like a zookeeper for a day and stuff like that. And for instance, we had an actor come that never been out doing anything like that, so that was a fun experience for them and viewers.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's a great way to there's a lot of people that are willing to watch, so I'm glad that there are people like you that are tapping into that. That's really important. How can and $10 from Blue. Thank you so much, and that's gotten us to our $500 goal. And Giddy with $10. So now and Daniel with $20. So now we're at $530. You guys, thank you so much. I think you were all is it not Blue? Did I say it wrong? BLV. You okay? Well. Thank you guys so much to you guys who have donated. Niko, how can people find your game?
Well, it's not killed everybody. I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Niko. So are we good? Are we alive?
Yeah, we're good.
It is complete chaos here. That's one of the unique things. So the way that the game works, it's called Rescue Wars Online, and we have a website, but it's actually living mostly on our, you could say, in our community and Discord. So we're gonna have like a worldwide release of it where they would promote it out on Twitch and with some of our partners. We have partnered up with some really good names we can't really say now, but we're getting the game out there when it's done. But my point with what I'm saying here is that our idea is actually building it together with the community. So we're getting it up to a certain point where, we are letting in around 100 players, and we are together with them actually finishing it. So if people can imagine a little bit like we are having a private server, but it's our own game, and we are in charge of everything we're doing. And we figured it'd be a really cool also experience on the stream in general and creating hype for it that, we're letting in around 100 that are watching the stream. And then every single night, me and the other devs, we are about 8 people working on the game. We are then playing it with people in hopefully what's going to be December.
in December you're planning on releasing?
We are planning on releasing the community. We were calling it kind of the community version, where everybody who's in the stream, they can start to play it together with us, the subs, and then
Cool.
then there's going to be a waiting list.
How long have you been working on the game?
4 years now.
Wow, that's so cool. Good for
So,
you. What do you play? What other games do you play?
I see you like Counter-Strike.
Oh no. Oh no. No, no. I don't play games. I don't know anything about games. I did start playing Counter-Strike within the past week, but I don't know how to. I'm bad. I'm bad at all games. But yeah, do you play Counter-Strike? What do you play?
Well, I do each play Counter-Strike. I'm not a huge gamer myself necessarily, because I think when you know how they're made, it's not the thing you really do the same anymore, you know?
Yeah, that's interesting.
So, but I like playing Counter-Strike and stuff. I like quick games where you can go in and have a little bit of fun with your friends on the stream, for instance, play a few rounds and get out again, and you don't have to commit that much.
Yeah. In the right this minute, you had said that the amount of time you watch the stream contributes to money or currency in game. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, so actually, and I think he's actually in here right now, Uni, who donated before, he has a German development team, and they are actually for free developing a Twitch extension that links up with our games database and the stream. So the more people are watching, the more rescue coins they get each minute, and the more bits they're donating that goes to the rescue zoo, the more rescue coins they get as well, that people cosmetics inside of the game.
That is such a cool idea.
So, giving people an incentive to watch the stream a little more, maybe.
Yeah, that's awesome. What a fantastic idea. I can't wait to play that game. That sounds so cool.
We're gonna do a pre-streamer thing, I think, where a lot of our streamer friends are getting it. So that would be fun to open up an evening and.
Yeah, totally. Let me know. That'd be awesome. That sounds like that's a great idea. It's a great integration. I can't believe how clever that is. I'm getting a bunch of pogs in chat. Cool. Well, pardon?
Our biggest concern, I think, is just opening up too soon, because obviously it can go so fast, even more in these communities that the servers just die. So that's why we're taking it in steps. And I saw somebody said something about pay to win, and I'm just gonna say that it's not gonna be anything like that, because the things you get out of that is only for cosmetic reasons, just to make sure that it doesn't ruin the game.
Got it. Makes sense. So is there anything else that you guys want to talk about or share about your organization or anything before we close up here?
I think pretty much covered a lot of it. That it was fun, and I think maybe the craziness of everything didn't work. Actually, it made it maybe a little better somehow.
Added charm. It added charm.
It did. I'm glad that we did that live feed though. I'm glad that we got to go outside. I think that was really neat and special. We've never had anything like that on the podcast before. And despite all the things that we worked through, I think chat too, you guys were glad that we did that regardless, right? I think that was really cool. So I appreciate you coming up with that idea and wanting to take us outside.
Thank you.
That was really neat.
I think as the last thing, I think something is really cool is that by showing people this kind of stuff, it seems to be also finding the best in everybody. A Twitch chat becomes, in my opinion, non-toxic at all the second we talk about something like this.
Absolutely. It's interesting, isn't it? You saw my chat yesterday. I saw you popped in.
Interesting.
It's a different chat, isn't it?
Yeah, you guys are so nice. And then they come, you suck.
Yeah, no, they're great. Everybody that watches these podcasts, you guys are so supportive of me and the guests. It's awesome. It's really great. So thank you.
We've got a couple of projects going on, so I think you and Niko should definitely
do this again at some point. We'll get that finished so you can see some of the animals in the new enclosures, like the otters. And
Yeah.
I think you'd really enjoy.
I think a part 2 would be fantastic. I think now that we kind of have an idea of how that live feed stuff is going to go and what to do with the audio, I think having you guys come back would be great. I think people would really like that.
Yeah,
So,
I mean that would be so cool. We as Alex is saying, because we're having these days also where it's either a project has been finished or that we're having an all day with guests and stuff. And it's worldwide promotion. It's just it brings in a very special thing. We'd love to see you guys again.
Yeah, let's talk about that. I think chat is very excited about that. I think that'd be great. So we'll do that. But it really was, I mean, technical issues, but it was a really, really great stream. We got to see a lot of cool shots. Going in with the lemurs was so cool. The camel was so cool.
He's amazing.
Yeah, the quality was great. So thank you guys so much. We ended at $530 in donations. And because we were using Tiltify, that went straight to, I'm not gonna say the name of the user. I'm sorry.
Come on.
What is it? Say it one more time. How do you say it?
Also.
Sell.
Pretty close.
Not quite, but all the way from Denmark, you guys. All the donations have gone directly to this organization. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for bearing with the technical difficulties.
Yeah, thanks for everything, guys.
Niko and Alex and Io, it was so nice to meet all of you. Thank you so much. I will. I'll message you about coming back. We'll figure something out. And good luck with the rest of your game and getting that released. I'm excited to play it. So keep me posted.
Bye, Maya.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye, guys.